Hey everyone, welcome back to another carving video. Now, I know it's been a really long time since my last upload. Say I don't have an excuse, then proceed to give me an excuse. The reality of it is I've been busy doing on-site work and making tutorials and bringing the camera along. Is just that one extra step that's just a little too much for me. But aside from that, like, I've literally been carving here. This is the only thing I've been carving in the shop so far. But aside from that, I did a little upgrade to the shop. I built a new shelf so everything doesn't really look all scatterbrained. I will be getting back on track with doing the videos starting next week. I think today is Friday, so depending on when this gets uploaded. So starting next week, I will be a little bit more consistent with my video uploads. I'm probably just going to be doing 2 a week, just due to the amount of carvings that are apparently going out, which is amazing and great for me, especially during this rough time we're all having. On another note, today I will be doing an address post sign. It's something you guys can carve along to. It's relatively simple, simple concept. It's just a leaning tree with a branch sticking out, and then you hang an address plaque on there. And they look super cool, and people tend to like them, put them out front of their property. So without further ado, I'm going to get the log cut, and we'll start carving it. We're going to cut a straight portion all the way down here. Oh, that's not shaking. All the way down, and then we're going to have it kick off down at the base here. Really. So yeah. I want to take a minute to say we are professionals here at Crayon wood carvings, and I would not recommend doing that crap in your own backyard. That was stupid dangerous. Now, while the wood is still hot, you can see the kind of look we're going for here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a chunk of that piece over there, and then I'm going to make a straight cut here, glue and screw a chunk on just to give it some back support, because it needs it. Alright, so we've got our little knee attachment on there. Not too sure how level it is, but it looks alright. So while the glue is curing, we can go ahead, make this all circular, and then kind of find a way to kind of make this flow for the most part. So probably just going to taper an edge down, have it kind of swoop out. We'll figure it out as we go. But, and then we're just going to blend everything in. So I'm just going to make everything round. I'm going to leave this part right here flat, because this is where the sign portion comes out. So I'll get this up on my little stand there, and we'll get going. Roughly shaped out now. I want to attack it with my round bottom planer just to give it that nice round and at the same time a smooth finish, because there's not a lot of detail that goes up in here aside from doing a little bit of bark, and then we'll focus on the bottom, trying to make gnarled roots. So never really done it before, so I'm going to give it an attempt and we'll go from there, right? So I'm just going to run you guys through my thought process on what I'm doing for the roots here. So I'm simply just cutting in a line, and then dividing that line, and then dividing that line, and kind of giving them some waves of direction. It's turning out looking pretty cool right now, so I'm going to keep on it and try to morph the back end into the whole thing to make it look like one. So wish me luck. Whew. Alright. I need a haircut. Who else needs a haircut? Huh? So, that's been gnarly rooted up to the bits. I'm going to give you a quick one round. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to, up to where that, I think you can see there's a knot right about here. I'm gonna do all the bark texture. So, the way I'm going to do that is chainsaw marks. And even spacing, okay? Like, I know a lot of people just take the saw. I think even people have commented on me to be like, taking too long to do something crazy, just take a dime tip and go. Nothing wrong with doing the technique, right? I've done it too, I've done it before. I've come away from it just due to the fact that you can put more detail in with almost the same amount of time as opposed to doing that tactic. So I am going to make a bunch of lines. Now, just even spacing when it comes to bark, just keeping like certain lines relatively close to other lines. I don't really know how to explain it. There's a balance that comes to it when you make a bunch of cuts in something. If you make one 2 inches apart and then you make one 1/4 inch apart, it doesn't look well. So if you have the majority of the cuts all relatively the same, average distance apart, it makes that carving look that much better. So I'm gonna quickly do that all along the bottom up to that knot, and I'll check in with you in a minute. So, I was recently in the market to acquire a new tool. I actually acquired two. I got a dime tip carving bar and a new saw, blah blah blah. We'll go over that when we actually use it the next day. And I bought one of these. They're tried and true, tested by log homes over here. They use them all the time and they last them forever. I was originally buying like the Samson ones you get from Canadian Tire. It's like a polisher, eh? It's a variable speed sanding kind of machine. And the one I got from Samson's was $100 and it lasted me a year, then it broke. Without fail, a year. Keep in mind I do use them for what they aren't really meant for, but on that end, $100 a year is a pretty good trade if you're just beginning. This one was upwards of like $300. Didn't come with a case, so I had to buy a case for it and all that. But it was about time to buy one. So I'm going to use this and a nylon brushed cup. And I'm just going to take all the fuzzies off of that thing real quick. Just taking my grinder out, and then using a really light grit, we're just gonna sand all the chainsaw marks, which is great because I know I put a bajillion of them in there. So we're just gonna do that, make it all smooth, then move on to the top portion. All right. Alright, so I'll give you a quick 360 what that looks like now, and I did go in and put a little bit of black spray paint in the bottom there, just to give that more depth, you know. So let's do a quick 360 and then we'll move on to attaching the arm. Alright, so for the portion that holds our actual address placard here, we're going to get a piece of wood that's about 2 feet long, and we have one from the cutoff. This bad boy right here. We're gonna cut it at the 2 foot mark, and then we're gonna give it a kind of an arch, so it looks like it's kind of sticking up right here. And we're gonna carve the whole thing in the jaw horse. Make a nice flat spot here with the chainsaw, and we're gonna laminate it on and 2 screws into the back, and that should do it real nice. There you have it. For the most part, this guy's done. I'm gonna let the Gorilla Glue dry a little bit. Then I'll throw on the burn texture. And in the meantime, though, I'm gonna make the little sign that hangs from here. So, alright, so this is the placard that's gonna be hanging underneath it there. You can see I've censored out the actual street address for safety reasons. So, this bad boy will hang. Alright, there you go. And there you go. An address hanger thingamajig. People love them. Well, I'm going to actually get this whole thing sealed up after I do a little bit of burning on it. And you'll get to see what it looks like when it's all shellacked for the most part. So it appeared to me that I actually didn't make an outro to the video while I was in the carving shack. So thanks for tuning in, guys. Don't forget to hit that subscribe and like button. I will try to be more consistent with my uploads next week. For sure, I'll have at least 1 or 2 coming out there. So thanks for hanging in there. I really appreciate all the support you guys give me when it comes to around carving, like especially during the rough time that we're all going through. So thanks for watching, and keep on carving.